They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the South Florida Bulls. The Hurricanes will kick it away first. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So USF's offense is on the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The RPO, it's complete.
I know everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
That's caught. It's Cook. Turning it on. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Jones. Touchdown, Bulls! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field and they'll have their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Running to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. And he'll take they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Off play action on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, a lot of space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Bulls. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out in the flat. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hauls it in. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
To the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Takes a hit as he fires. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. To throw, it's Bailey. Wide open downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Jones. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Bulls want to pick up the tempo.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in the game, more or less in the first half.
We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Defense looks as if it's coming. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets it out quickly. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to power it in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, South Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
It's complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Caves. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. And the Bulls racing to the line in a hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Catch in the middle, it's Wagner. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Pulls it and fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Starts a drive trying to go up top, using his legs to buy some time. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Got a little space. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Hurricane. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Boise State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for that trip back to southwestern Idaho. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if... Oh, he's got some space. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on 1st down. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Right on the money. Hard running there. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Canes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out, trying to get it in. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the 1st down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here no matter where you are in the field.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
and you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Gets it out fast. He gets up to the 15-yard line as they're working their way away from their own end zone.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Miami, 35. South Florida, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Caught close to the marker. It's Jones. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Under fire. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The Bulls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
The Canes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got an open man. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Hurricanes are on the move. Caught In the backfield, it's Sims. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick release on the RPO. Touchdown, Cade! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
What a difference a change of scenery makes, right? I mean, they went into a hostile environment. They lost their first game, but they've rebounded beautifully. And I think coming back, playing in front of their home crowd really has impacted this game, and it's gotten them back to 500.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back at this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
He works his way to the 21-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Bulls will line up to punt it away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on first and goal.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big-time pickup on that one. The Bulls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Makes the grab, it's Cook.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the QB and receiver are trying to hook up there on a curl route, but the DB just had better coverage, and he knocked it away.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. He saw man coverage, and the idea, just get it to my receiver as quickly as I can and let him work, David.
See man and see the cushion and see the guy backed up a little bit. Now I know I can get it to him right now and get a positive gain.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Cook. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the top. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
To the ground with the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the catch. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone is on action. Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. That penalty helps some, but it's still 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes it on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Here's the punt, and whether it goes 3 yards or 93 yards, just don't let that return guy get it again. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete on the right side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Hurricanes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Using his feet. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?